G'day crew, I'm Oscar Pelazon and welcome to another episode of Tube Time Tuesday. Well, I'm down here at Trig Point. Summer Bank's starting to fill in a little bit, and I thought before I get a little bit of swell today as well, which is pretty good because we haven't had much for the last month or so. So before I go and get some action out in that boardroom, I thought I'd come and talk to you today and share some business wisdom in this boardroom. And today I wanted to talk to you about something pretty simple but powerful, and that's gratitude, right? And I've just got back from Bali again. I was over there with my Acuity Group business partners and a couple of licensees, and it got me thinking about how lucky I am in doing what I love and being able to make the decisions and live the life that I want to live as a result. I mean, gratitude is one of the most effective tools you've got for building a stronger mindset. And that flows straight into how you lead, how you show up in your business, and ultimately, how you grow your business. Now, here's what I've seen. When things are tough, it's easy to focus on what's wrong. Rick Hansen says, the negative patterns stick like Velcro, and the positive patterns, well, they just slide off like Teflon. You can focus on the things like sales that didn't convert, the great staff member that left, the client that's been difficult. And when you start stacking negatives, your energy starts to tank, motivation wanes, and ultimately your decision making suffers because you lose perspective. But when you build the habit of gratitude, you give your brain something else to focus on. And that's what's working. It might be that your team is stepping up, or a client who's got you to do a couple of extra things because they trust you. The fact that you're even in a position to run a business. It's not about ignoring problems, it's about keeping perspective. Gratitude keeps you anchored and focused on all the good things that are happening in you, in your world, and in your life, and in your business. Because let's be honest, you can't operate well as a leader if your headspace is constantly stuck in a scarcity mentality, which leads to frustration and fear. Gratitude shifts you out of that. It creates a buffer against burnout and helps you stay calm and level even when the pressure's on. And here's the kicker. How you show up, how you're feeling resonates with others. Other people feel it. When you lead with appreciation and gratitude, your team notices. Your clients feel it. The energy changes, and people want to be around leaders who are grounded, they're present, and are grateful, not ones who are always in firefighting mode. Gratitude's it's a daily discipline, not just when things are going well. In fact, it actually matters most when they're not going how you want, when things aren't going how you want them to. So here's a challenge. Start or end your day by listing 3 things you're grateful for in your business and in your life. Doesn't matter how small. Train the muscle, build the muscle. And if you're really serious about culture and building a positive culture and a growth culture and a growth mindset, start sharing that gratitude with your team. Because at the end of the day, success isn't just about revenue or headcount or growth. It's about how you show up. It's the enjoyment you have while you're building the business of your dreams. So that's it for me today. I'll see you next week for another episode of Tube Time Tuesdays. Happy days. You!